Derek, it's fall. It's time to have something substantial in your home.
It sure is. The feeling of autumn is in the air, and we've got some great tabletop ideas, a fantastic field trip to Creative Elegance, and our designers are going to work some magic with some nice home settings.
So stay with us.
Well, Kathy, I know it's been a couple of weeks since you've been into the store, but we've gotten in some more gorgeous items, and as usual, here at Gibson's, we are constantly changing the product. We have so much available to us, and such a, even though we're 30,000 square feet, which is quite substantial, it fills up really fast. So the best way to bring a good variety is to change the stock about once every 2 to 3 months.
It changes all the time, Derek. Every time I come in here, everything is different. I just love it.
It's amazing. Try working here and staying on top of everything. It really blows you away sometimes. Trucks are backing up daily. We are importing from 4 different countries now for some of our own products, and some just really unusual products like these globes, which are made from semi-precious stones that are indigenous stones to the countries of origin on the globe itself. And the workmanship that goes into these is something else. Each piece is cut and then curved to fit onto the different size globe that there is. As you can see, you can go all the way down to the small little desktop globe, to this, which we call the immense globe, which is really striking. Yeah, it's striking. But they are just beautiful pieces. But once again, it's just more of the great product that we keep finding out there. There's just been an abundance of great design and manufacture in the industry in the past couple of years. So we're really trying to bring as much in as we possibly can.
Well, Derek, you can decorate your house here literally and go nowhere else.
Exactly.
Your house, your yard, your office, everything. There is everything here.
All you have to do is find the house and we'll help you outfit the entire thing, indoor and outdoor, and it makes it great one-step shopping. A lot of people have a knack for design on themselves. They don't want to work with an interior designer, and we avail to the public what is normally just reserved for an interior designer or an architect. We bring that to the retail marketplace so that you can select yourself and put it together yourself and have fun with it. Make decorating your home a fun project.
Well, let's see what else you have.
Okay, great.
Derek, this room is spectacular. We've been here before, but look at what they've done now.
They constantly change this. We call this our design room, where we bring in the newest of the new that we've brought into the store. And here we've got kind of a nice combination of some of the imports that I was talking about, the lighting, the accessories. This table actually came from overseas that we brought in. It's a wonderful import product, but just a great design to it. As well as just the great pieces that we brought in here. We also I'd like to show kind of how you can mix it together in the home. This piece here from Creative Elegance is more a contemporary modern piece, but it works well with some of the traditional pieces that we have here in the room, and just has a great look. And it also is a nice room divider here to kind of set both of the areas off from one another.
And we're going to go see where they make this?
We definitely are, yeah.
Okay.
But continuing along, we've got wonderful accessory pieces. We carry pieces, lamps, urns, and candlesticks, but we also go into throw cushions and throws, area rugs, which is an area we just expanded. We used to carry just a 5x8 rack. Now we are going to carry a 9x11 rack as well, so you full room-sized rugs.
Okay.
And we've had a great response to it.
It makes such a difference. It makes such a difference.
It really does. As we saw in one of the homes that we recently did, it just made that room all come together. It just brought the left side with the right side at the top to the bottom and really finished the whole thing off.
Well, I'm amazed. Every time I come in here, I'm just like, I need a bigger house.
Don't we all? Kathy, here's another vignette that our designers have put together. Unlike a lot of stores where you'd be pulling product off the shelf or they have one end cap of an aisle that's done with an idea of design, the entire store we try to put together with inspired design so that you don't have to use too much imagination, or it can also spark your own imagination and get you excited about the product that's there. Once again, you see more variety of product that we have here with trays and just fun pieces, boxes.
Exciting, very exciting.
Isn't it fun? And also wall decor is a great growing area for us. It's we carry originals as well as framed prints in all different styles. And as you notice as you walk through the store, that not one look is definitely Gibson's. We cover all of them. It's you know, you have modern, you have traditional, you have oriental,
exotic, this kind of jungle.
Exactly, and it makes it really fun, and it appeals to everybody. And what's nice is that eclecticism is so in these days that, you know, Gibson's is a great place to come for that. It's a smorgasbord as far as decor.
It is. It is. Derek, this is beautiful. I love this color, this sage.
The sage green, that's a very hot color these days, and textures back in, if you notice, with the napkins and the reed and the placemats. Also, the garden aspect. You know, we've covered a lot of shows doing outdoor in the garden, and because of our lifestyle here, and also it's a trend nationwide, having the indoors out and just feeling comfortable with nature, because you know, we spend so much time in office buildings or in cars or traveling that we want to enjoy the outdoors as it is and try and bring some of those elements indoors. That's why the popularity in silk floral arrangements, so that you can constantly have that feeling of fresh florals in the home that's come about. One more time, we've got a whole nother different look that
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me about this doll right here.
These are beautiful. It's a series of dolls from a lady that makes them for us up north of San Luis Obispo. They're all individually handcrafted. They're made with antique fabrics that she's collected. It's
exquisite.
Isn't that a beautiful piece?
Yes.
And we bring them in
timeless.
every about this time every year in preparation for later in the year for gift giving season.
I noticed these all through the store. They're draped on tables, they're on lamps. What a great touch.
They're great tassels. They are beautiful. We have shopped extensively to bring in a good line of tassels. We've had a real hard time bringing in some tassels that were mediocre, and you know, as far as for Gibson's, mediocre just doesn't cut it. So we, on our last buying trip, found a couple of fabulous lines of tassels. This one here in the chenille, I mean, it's got a scrunchy, soft feel to it. Great neutral color to go with any decor, and they are nice. They're a nice finishing touch. You can drape them. You hold them as tiebacks for your fabric and fabric drapes. You know, your key tassels where you just have the one little piece to hang off of a beautiful armoire, or just draped in a vignette in the house. They're fabulous.
Oh, look at this one.
Isn't that neat?
Ooh, wonderful. Derek, this is a spectacular color. What do they call this?
This is just they call it a buttercream. And it's a great combination. It's a sofa from the Raymond Waits line for Lane Venture Furniture, and we have the Orange County exclusive for Raymond Waits through Lane, and his sofas are phenomenal. He has cuddle chairs, which I think we've shown a long time ago. We showed the cuddle chairs.
Right.
Just beautiful, beautiful pieces in his line. There's case goods and tables and side tables. A fantastic line, and coordinated lamps and accessory pieces through other lines that we also bring in.
It's beautiful. Love it.
And did you notice the tapestry?
Yes, I did.
That's another area that we brought in about a year and a half ago, was tapestries. There was a kind of a demand for them in the marketplace, and we once again look for the best quality at the best price, and we have a full range of them, quite popular.
Well, I think that's important, Derek. Don't you think that sometimes you should just buy one significant, really good piece?
Right, right. And you can mix and match as well. If you go through the displays and the vignettes that we have in the store and check on prices, you'll see, a $1,000 item right next to a $10 item.
Right.
Not everything has to be extraordinarily high priced or, expensive to create a wonderful look. You can combine the inexpensive with the expensive and put together a look that's truly your own. Well, Kathy, you were commenting on, just the different splashes of color that we bring into the vignettes. And you're right, you can do a dramatic change with little things like napkins or candles or
placemats.
Yeah, or little candle accessories. You can create a bright new look for not a lot of money.
Right.
And use what you already have, like this great...
this is beautiful.
It's an all-weather wicker. It's actually a woven resin, not a plastic, not a vinyl, which will stretch, crack. But this is a high-density resin that will last for years. And the color that they've done and the variation in the wicker itself looks like real wicker. You'd be hard-pressed to realize that it's not. And it's over a tubular aluminum frame, which is not going to rust, so you're going to have a lifetime of enjoyment out of a piece like this.
And you can put this inside as well as outside easily.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you have children or pets, or it's a highly used little breakfast nook.
Right.
This is easy. You want to clean it, you take it outside, blast it with the pressure hose, let it dry, and bring it back in, and it makes it a lot a lot easier for care.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And look at all these great accessories on the wall.
Isn't that nice? You know, we've talked before about, you know, accessorizing is not just tabletops or the credenza or the bar, but also the wall decor, both indoor and out. And these are really fantastic pieces. A lot of them are cast from antique iron molds that hold the pots, and just some creative sconces and candelabras
and some
planters.
whimsy. Wouldn't this be fun in the kitchen?
Isn't that great? We're on the
Adorable.
patio. Kathy have a great factory tour lined up for us with Creative Elegance, who made this beautiful hutch. They also have a great dining table that you can't see because it
sold.
Yeah, found a home already, and it was really fast. I was really excited about showing it, but we're gonna go see how they make it, which is even more exciting.
Okay.
All right.
Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Over 30,000 square feet of the most impressive assortment of furnishings, accessories, and gifts for the home. Unsurpassed quality, beauty, and one-of-a-kind pieces. Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Exit the 405 at Euclid.
Kathy, I'd like you to meet Mark Papel.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And he's the owner of Creative Elegance. They're designers and crafters of fine furniture, and we're hoping you'd give us a factory tour.
It'd be my pleasure. I'll teach you how to make furniture today.
All right, great.
All right. This is a white birch material, and that's our primary wood that we use in our product line. Of course, our products are very contemporary, leaning to the modern styling. My brother and I started the company 20 years ago, and we've always been in this niche. That's and where we've stayed. As you can see, it's beautiful material. It's select white birch.
It's solid birch.
It's combination of veneers and solids.
Okay.
And their veneers are used where that's appropriate, solids where that's appropriate. This is an example of some cut parts that make up the base of a dresser or an entertainment center. You can see the composition of the wood. You've got the veneer on the surface and a MDF, medium density fiberboard core. Now that material is used because it is very dense, and it allows the veneer to go on perfectly flat and smooth. You don't get warping or twisting, that sort of thing. Most consumers have some knowledge of particle board, and they think that in terms of very negative, and it is negative. This is a composite, as particle board is, but hybrid, totally dense, totally. It's a very, very high quality material.
The MDF in a lot of home construction now, I've heard.
They do more and more, yeah. Well, again, it gives them stability in that surface. You don't get the expansion and contraction. You don't get the splitting that is associated with...
How much strength is it?
Oh, it's, in fact, it's stronger than the wood itself because it's bonded with adhesives.
And a weight factor as compared to a normal wood?
You know, some woods are heavier, some are less, but it's for our purpose, it's the product of choice.
Yeah.
We acquired this just a few months ago. It's a computer-controlled machine center. It has the capability to handle a panel up to 52 inches wide and up to 10 feet, 120 inches long. It can work, again, small pieces to very large pieces. It has 46 different drilling spindles, so that's all your hardware holes, all your dowel holes, both horizontal and vertically. It also has 9 separate cutting tools that are loaded in a carousel. And as the machine is traveling, if the program calls out another shape, another cut, the machine grabs it and puts it in. These are very small solid wood tiles that are being attached. This is going to be a freestanding mirror, you know, stands on the floor. And because you wouldn't want to deface the face of this hardwood with nails or screws, we use a new product from 3M. It's a super duper adhesive that really came out of the space industry originally. But it has a very quick cure time, so he can position it, place it, and then it's done. Wow. We run one-day schedules through the plant. Every day there's a new production schedule moving through, and that you know, makes it easy for us to monitor. Rather than having things stacked to the ceiling, we'd rather move it faster. We think of it as a river being narrow and moving fast rather than being wide and moving slow. It allows us to be more versatile. This room, as I said, is where we do all the sanding. So once the product has been assembled, it's brought over here. The joints are filled with a wood-based filler, putty, if you will. And then mostly hand sanding to get it. Very labor-intensive part of the operation. What you're seeing, all these blue tables here are what they call vacuum tables. They basically pull all the dust down into the table and keep it away from the operator. Even with that, we insist that they wear, you know, additional protection, you know, to keep the dust off of them. These guys are the ones who are really looking very carefully and inspecting the wood to see if there's any additional problems that may have been introduced in one of the other departments before the finish goes on. So it's very, very hands-on. We start on this side of the room, and we do our toners, our stains, our seal coats that seal the wood, combination of water-based products, alcohol-based products, solvent-based products, that sort of thing, all compliant in for Southern California air pollution laws. Of course, as you know, our area here is the most stringent of the whole country in terms of environmentally safe and friendly products. Our company has always complied ahead of schedule on all those issues. All right, well, basically in this area, the finish is curing, and it's certainly dried in the touch, and it can be handled now. And now they're detailing it out. They're mounting shelves to cabinets, mounting drawers, and again, this is where the technology in the back room pays off, because instead of taking a tape measure and trying to determine where these things go, the holes are already drilled, they're already in position, and they mount them up. We stress in every department that everyone's an inspector. You know, the inspection is not just left to the head of the department. If this fellow doing the work sees something that's not right, he's going to raise a flag, so to speak, and you know, get some attention to it.
Now, what are they doing here?
Okay, right here they're just sanding some sealer, and then they'll go back and give that another shot. And you're actually looking at the bottom of the bed right there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But they want it, you know, we want it smooth to the touch, and you know, the customers appreciate that.
Well, it is, and it shows that there's attention to detail. You know, when you go that extra step, people do appreciate it.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
I notice that when I look at furniture from the perspective of a buyer for the store, I turn it around and look at the backside, and like, this is quality.
Right.
You know,
and it's really important too to point out those issues to the consumer. Because in a sense, you do get what you pay for.
You do.
And if you give attention to those other areas, it's going to add to the price of the piece. But that's, you know, has to be.
But you're getting, like you said, you're getting what you pay for. Yeah.
Right. The hardware is, and we have that custom made, and that again separates us from, you know, just off-the-shelf product. So, you know, on these castings, we have several of them that we've done, probably about 6 or 8. And that's a process in itself. They have to make a model of it, generally wood. Then from that they make a mold, and then eventually they make a master plate. to you know, produce those in quantity for us. It's a very exciting piece.
Where would that fit in my living room?
This is great.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, the nice part about this unit is it has multiple functions. Yes, it could actually be used to serve and function that way, but it's also just a beautiful cabinet.
It is.
And it's not going to overpower the room. I've often thought of a freestanding bar as something that so defines you as, you know, a party person. That's not the case here. It's just a very elegant piece.
Oh, yeah. That's putting it mildly. This is really something else.
We'll supply the furniture. You just have to supply the bottles.
There you go.
That, yeah.
Well, Mark, that was a very impressive tour. I am completely amazed with the operation you have here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I expect that you could come on Monday and start building furniture for us.
I don't know about that. I can give it a shot.
All right.
Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Over 30,000 square feet of the most impressive assortment of furnishings, accessories, and gifts for the home. Unsurpassed quality, beauty, and one-of-a-kind pieces. Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Exit the 405 at Euclid.
Teresa, as we saw on the factory tour, the Tamara coffee table is one of their more popular pieces of their line, and the hand finish they do on it is tremendous, and the depth and the graining in the wood. I like what you've done here with the kind of a traditional table setting on it that gives it that transitional look that Creative Elegance can go with.
Exactly. Creative Elegance is one of those transitional pieces that can go on many different homes in Southern California. So you can take a contemporary piece and set some more traditional styling accessories on it, and it makes a nice blend.
Yeah.
For instance, this piece over here, this has several uses. You can use it for a room divider and set all of your pretty showcase pieces on the glass shelves, or in that large opening, it can be used for an entertainment center, and a 36-inch TV can go inside.
Wow.
One of the features I like most about Creative Elegance is the quality of their construction. For instance, in these glass shelves, the shelving runs all the way through the piece, so it's not just tapped in there with those little glass holders. Another option available in Creative Elegance, not necessarily on this piece, but that the components are interchangeable. There are some pieces where the shelving units that are below can be exchanged and be placed up top, and then your TV set can go lower. So it has a lot of different features.
And Teresa, I noticed we have another piece from Creative Elegance, the Stanlin Credenza, which is a really nice buffet piece. It's got great storage in it, and it's a nice
dressing.
Yeah, it sure does. Would you be willing to work some magic for us?
Give me a few minutes.
Okay. Well, Teresa, I see you've got a great table chosen to do a setup here. This throw is fantastic. The cut velvet pattern with the leaves and the color and the texture is just something else.
These are brand new for us. You'll notice that it's a two-sided throw. It's got beautiful fabric on one side, cut velvet on the top in a leaf pattern with bullion and fringe at the end. Now, this is not a table topper. This is a throw that you could use on a sofa, on an end table, across a bedding unit. So I like to use things that aren't typically table linens. They add texture and they add fun.
Well, I noticed I got a sneak preview of what you're going to be doing on this table, and what you're going to be using for charges. I just love.
It's not typical, but what you want to do is start by dressing your table with just some, whatever you have at home, fabrics, throws, anything will work, and kind of loosely place it on there for fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then my centerpiece starts with, for this table, I chose from our Casey collection, an outdoor relief. This usually goes on a wall, but I put it in an iron plate stand, and you can see through it, and it's great fun.
Wonderful.
I have the drama facing the entrance. So for instance, my guests are arriving, and you need a little height. Let me turn that tassel on.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Now for a riser, we happen to use a plexiglass stand. But if you don't have one, books, shoe boxes, anything can be used.
You can just hide it under the cloth here.
Exactly. Place that one on top of there. A few of those. It's not your typical charger, but this is what adds your drama. First of all, I went out to our outdoor department and I selected what's actually a bird bath. It's concrete, but it's got all the harvest colors for the season. Little
That
green,
is so
little
fun.
gold. Then I chose 2 napkin colors, and I put one inside of each other. That helps bring the gold back up onto the place setting. Just knot them together, took a tassel on the end, flopped it loosely. Let your gold peek through. And then before we get too much further, another piece of our new greenery. It's got a little bit of sparkle on it, you'll see, just like the other ones that we've used. I hide the tail end under the charger. Work with the greenery a little bit. You just want to add a little bit of interest and detail. And then I took one of these nice acorns for the season and did it off center. We have a great line of wine glasses with bronze bottoms, bronze and gold.
Those are beautiful.
2 sizes for your water and your wine. And then like you mentioned before, everybody gets their own little votive. These are new for us.
Can I have 2 kinds of wine instead of water and wine?
No, I'm sorry. You get one kind. And then everybody gets their own little bit of light.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then all you do is take a little bit of this jeweled fruit, which adds a little sparkle and stuff, kind of spread it out amongst the table so that it catches people's eyes as they walk in. And voila.
And that ties together beautifully with the chandelier above. The beadwork on the fruit, the beaded shades in the chandelier.
And you're all ready for dinner.
I'm ready for some squash soup.
That's right.
Well, Teresa, I don't know about you, but the mornings have been getting a little bit more crisp,
That's
and
right.
the evenings, it's getting darker sooner. Now, I'm in the mood for autumn, and this table really takes me there.
Isn't this a fun table?
It sure is.
This is my harvest table. It's, you know, you can use your outdoor teak table all year round, so why not set it when you're entertaining, or why not eat outside? All I did was take a picture from indoor, again, put it in a plate stand, and then added some yellow chargers. You can still have your easy cleanup with your paper products, but when you're setting a table, it's important to have a high point working down to a low point. So by using a picture, an indoor picture, you can use that as your high point. Then I transition down to a candelabra, outdoor iron, and then down to an iron basket. And then I just filled it with lots of these garland apples.
I love those.
Brand
and those,
new.
What are they, like $6 for a 6-foot length?
$7.88.
$7.88. What a bargain. And I can just, it doesn't take much imagination to picture this lamp lighted and the glow on a nice autumn evening. I just used some of our floating leaf candles.
Exactly.
Those are a lot of fun.
Those can be just spread amongst the table or grouped.
Glass pumpkins. And the paper goods, you know, these are just fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. And those can be used combined with wooden chargers, so they give you a little more sturdiness, but still give you that easy cleanup.
Yeah.
In addition, everybody has our new studded candles.
These are fantastic.
Great.
Not only are they gorgeous, but they smell phenomenal. They've got a great cinnamon spice scent to them, and they look good. Of course, a candle always looks good burning.
Right.
But this table just takes me there. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Derek, the transformation was once again incredible.
Don't our designers work great magic? And the factory tour I thought was really interesting, and special thanks to Mark at Creative Elegance. We enjoyed that.
We'll see you next time at Home with Gibsons.